Here we go. Part 2. Lighthouses prove the Earth is flat. The Egero light, if in fact the Earth was a round ball, as is supposed, there is simply no way to explain how lighthouses can be seen from such great distances. Alexander G. Finley, in 1861, wrote Lighthouses of the World. Finley was an internationally renowned geographer and hydrographer who wrote many reference guides which were invaluable to mariners throughout the world. Finley had unquestioned competence in hydrography. Mariners relied upon the accuracy of the Lighthouses of the World reference guide. Their lives literally depended upon this information. Let's name just a couple of these lighthouses for reference. The Egero Light on West Point of Island, south coast of Norway, is fitted up with the first order of the dioptric lights, is visible 28 statute miles, and the altitude above high water is 154 feet. On making the proper calculation, it will be found that this light ought to be sunk below the horizon 230 feet. The Dunkerque Light on the south coast of France is 194 feet high and is visible 28 statute miles. The ordinary calculation shows that it ought to be 190 feet below the horizon. The Cordonan Light on the River Grande, west coast of France, is visible 31 statute miles and its altitude is 207 feet, which would give its depression below the horizon as nearly 280 feet. Light at Madras on the Esplanade is 132 feet high and is visible 28 statute miles, at which distance it ought to be beneath the horizon more than 250 feet. The Port Nicholson Light in New Zealand, erected in 1859, is visible 35 statute miles, the altitude being 420 feet above high water. If the water is convex, it ought to be 220 feet below the horizon. The light on Cape Bonavista, Newfoundland, is 150 feet above high water and is visible 35 statute miles. These figures will give, on calculating for the Earth's rotundity, 491 feet as the distance it should be sunk below the sea horizon. But yet these lighthouses were completely visible for mariners who actually depended upon them for their very lives while sailing high seas, while sailing the seas. While many of the lighthouses have been closed down, there are many other lighthouses that still stand today as silent sentinels, proving that the Earth is flat. For example, the Bell Rock Lighthouse is still in use today. It is the oldest lighthouse in the British Isles and is an engineering marvel that has saved countless ships and lives. The lighthouse is built on a submerged reef approximately 10 miles out to sea, off the east coast of Scotland. It was first lit in 1811. It is the oldest surviving sea-washed lighthouse in the world. If the Earth were a globe, a mariner on a ship at sea would not be able to see that light from a distance of 16 statute miles. Squaring the miles and multiplying by 8 inches for the curve of the Earth, and making an allowance for the fact that a mariner would be approximately 10 feet above the water, we find that the light at the top of the lighthouse would be approximately 6 feet below the horizon if the Earth were a globe. Another example of a functioning lighthouse that stands as a sentinel, proving that the Earth is flat, is the 14-foot Bank Lighthouse. That lighthouse is built 12 miles off of Bowers Beach in the middle of Delaware Bay. The lighthouse is 59 feet above the sea and can be seen by ships at sea from a distance of 14 statute miles, or 12 nautical miles. If the Earth were a globe, a mariner on a ship at sea would not be able to see that light from a distance of 14 statute miles. Squaring the statute miles and multiplying by 8 inches for the curve of the Earth, an allowance for the fact that a mariner would be approximately 10 feet above the water, we find that the light would be approximately 8 feet below the horizon if the Earth were a globe. We know, however, that mariners can see the lighthouse from a distance of 14 statute miles. The New Jersey Lighthouse Society explains that it is 59 feet to the focal plane of the light. The lighthouse is still in operation and described on current nautical charts. Every 20 seconds on a 59-foot tower visible 12 nautical miles or 14 statute miles at sea, and that the station is equipped with a foghorn. Only on a flat earth can a mariner on the deck of a ship see the 14-foot bank lighthouse 14 miles away.